And I'm recording.
I forgot.
And I'm tabbing over. What?
I said I forgot.
Forgot what?
What we were doing.
We were doing the
PC Gaming Show 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's way longer than I thought it would be.
Yes.
New Vegas 2. It's literally just a little skit.
I know.
It's not gonna be a game, I don't think. I was joking. What was that? That was a New Vegas armor. What was that? What? She looks familiar. You're only allowed entrance if you get 85 on Metacritic. Well, now we know why it's so long.
Gaming show. For the next 2 hours, we'll show you new footage and announcements for more than 40 games, including the next game from Dean Hall, the creator of DayZ, the world-exclusive debut of gameplay footage for Evil Genius 2, Ruthless Combat in Mortal Shell, Everspace 2, epic battles in a Total War Saga.
Stop.
Troy,
You're saying it all.
Yeah.
What's coming in the next chapter of Elite Dangerous Mafia Definitive Edition? A look at New World, Amazon's upcoming open-world MMO.
We might not want to do this.
Why, hello there, PC Gaming Show. This is Greg Miller, just borrowing your broadcast for a moment to say
He looks
that
really
later
familiar
on,
too.
I'll be dropping in again to reveal one of my favorite franchises that's coming to PC for the first time ever.
He's really low resolution. Whoops!
Some games that excite creator of DayZ.
Trailers and 10 interviews.
Good enough right there.
Along with a full report of the most secret gaming layer friendly dogs per your request. Australian Shepherds rank 4th among all dog breeds.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, what should we play first then?
Scanning. Processing. My readings indicate that the audience would like to see Vikings.
No.
Well, that sounds great. Then let's kick it off with
dangled some New
Valheim,
Vegas armor
a
above
Viking
us.
survival
And I
game
know
where you'll
for a
fight
fact we're
monsters,
not
craft
getting any
weapons,
New
build
Vegas
and
shit.
sail ships on an open ocean, all
So that's just cruel.
while exploring a
Yeah.
procedurally
Maybe I should
generated
turn it down to
landscape.
720.
Show me the game, Deadbot.
Downloading Valheim.
I couldn't understand a single thing he said. The robot. I couldn't.
Nope.
Granted, I only have one earphone in, but. That's a good studio name. I like that. Yo. Yo.
What?
I want to play Neo while we watch this. That's gonna take a while, sir.
Yeah.
Cutting down that tree. It kind of looks like an MMO, actually. Maybe. Probably not, but it kind of looked like it one there for a second.
It's just a weird version of Skyrim.
It's not necessarily. It's when I say low budget, I don't mean low quality, but low budget survival game.
Okay.
It seems kind of Viking-esque, actually.
Yes.
But like, not super hard on the Viking shit.
Right.
Actually, kinda. It kinda started to feel... Valheim. It did... Skyrim is pretty Nordic.
The next game has been in the works for quite a while and is just about to come out. I've been following it the whole time, and it's a game that features farming, creature collection, dance battles, and bears wearing pants. Sounds like your cup of tea. Then it's time to put the kettle on and enjoy some ooblets.
Some what?
Ooblets? Ma'am, did you say ooblets? Wait a second. Did we see something to do with these things in the PS5 one?
No.
It feels familiar though.
I'm not okay with this.
Why not? Why not? It actually looks like it's right up your alley.
No.
It's cute.
Just because something's cute doesn't mean I would like to play it.
But like cute little things. Being cute. You love that. Look, it's Animal Crossing. So soon, honey.
Sean, I've selected the next game for the PC Gaming Show.
Sounds like Jacques.
Well, great. What do you got,
From the old
DevBot?
John videos.
The game is Torchlight 3, a cherished action RPG franchise that features a number of original playable classes.
DevBot, you wouldn't have chosen this game because in Torchlight 3 you can play as a steam-powered robot, would you?
My game selections are entirely objective and determined by an algorithm that shows the audience only what it wants to see.
Show me the algorithm, DevBot.
The algorithm is proprietary.
Okay, well, let's play the Torchlight 3 trailer, and when we're done, I want to talk to one of the Torchlight 3 devs.
I don't remember what Torchlight is.
I don't either.
Ah, look, there's torches. And they're lit. Oh yeah, it's this thing.
In a world of magic and mystery.
If it starts within a world, I hate it.
Will you choose fame?
It's an isometric thing.
Fortune?
Okay.
This is one of those series where basically if you know, you know. And if you don't, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
Explore remote, perilous realms. Battle hordes of ancient, powerful enemies. Unite with others to claim your fame and glory. Torchlight 3, your legend.
Oh, early access, no less.
Okay.
Oh, DevBot, please, please connect me with one of those developers.
You got it, Sean.
Joining me today to talk about Torchlight 3 is Max Schaefer. Max, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Max, Torchlight 2's story began with the alchemist from the original Torchlight becoming corrupted and evil. How does Torchlight 3's story tie into the first two?
Well, we're in the same world, obviously. We're about a century later now, though, and the Empire is
century? Wow.
Yes, the Empire
them
is
bitches
in decline,
are dead.
and they've gotten a little lazy, a little comfortable, and a new threat looms on the horizon. So once again, the adventurers will have to battle the Netherim and all the evil baddies threatening the world.
In terms of the scope and scale of Torchlight 3, how does it compare to the previous editions?
Well, we've expanded quite a bit. Now, first, anyone who's played Torchlight 1 and Torchlight 2 will be comfortable with the mechanics and how to play it and all.
Oh, good.
But we've expanded and let players make their own mark in the world itself. Like, you get a customized fort that you can decorate, that you can build things in. You can do things that benefit your whole account, and you can put things in there that are useful to other players. And other players will see your fort randomly out in the world.
I want to ask a little bit about the classes, because if you're an action RPG player, you may recognize something like a knight or a mage. But in Torchlight 3, we got the steam-powered robots. We have the rail master that can summon trains. Talk to me about not just what
that's
some
actually
of the
pretty
classes
fucking
that
cool.
players can expect are, but how you even come up with this glorious stuff.
Well, I think that you know, we've always wanted to avoid going like, right down Main Street.
I can't even begin to describe how much I hate scripted laugh.
But at the same time, we wanted you to be able to look at them and get a sense, and get a kind of an intuitive sense of what they do. And so we've applied that here. We've got some really fun characters, like you said, the fully robotic, steam-powered robot, and a guy that summons trains. But we've also got some other cool classes too: a sharpshooter and a dusk mage. And you know, honestly, they all have new twists, and they're all pretty fun to play.
In terms of the game world itself, how like specifically do the forts get integrated? Like, what does it mean to stumble across someone else's fort as you're going through the world?
Well, between our gameplay levels, we have passages, and when you enter the passage, there will often be a waypoint there, but there will also be someone else's fort. So you will see some random person from the world's fort, and they will in turn see occasionally randomly your own fort. And it's definitely worth exploring their fort, because you can not only use things like the luck tree, but you can use their enchanting table and whatever recipes they've unlocked to enchant your own items.
Wow, so really you really need to play the first two to
now, pets were a big part of the earlier Torchlight games.
It's clearly popular though if they're having a
pet-based entertainment
pre-recorded interview about it.
We have expanded upon the pet system. It does all the things you want. It fights alongside you. It sells, goes and takes your items.
Do you think they actually communicated, or do you think this is two separately recorded videos?
So you can find pets out.
Notice
in the wild
they take the other person out,
and
so they can cut it together more easily.
That you of course keep in your fort.
Now, Max, I know that the Torchlight series has an enormous fan base. For those who are looking to get their hands on Torchlight 3, where can they go and when can they play it?
Well, I'm very, very happy to announce that we are available on Steam right now in early access for $29.99.
Dude, I love early access.
It's available right this minute.
This is the best kind of answer in the PC gaming show. You can get it now. Once again, Max Schaefer from the Torchlight 3 team, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, go to Steam right now to get your hands on the early access version of Torchlight 3. We're just getting started here on the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up next.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show. Coming up later,
this is a lot more like a TV
look
thing
at the next game from DayZ creator Dean Hall. Blanco's Block Party, the first reveal of Sound Mind, and more. Back to you, Sean. Back to you, Sean.
Well, hey, everyone. I hope you're having a great time.
What was that?
I am, and I know you want to tell me how much fun you're having, but don't shout. The walls are very thick in here. I can see you, though, if you use the PC Gaming Show hashtag on Twitter or Facebook or the PC Gamer forums or a Ouija board or a Messenger Falcon, whatever is your desired form of communication. I'm sure you've been seeing many of those comments show up live in the show today. And we want your hottest 280 character take that our merry moderators might just select to be on the show. For our next segment, it's time to head on over to Frankie Ward.
Elite Dangerous, the space simulation MMO from Frontier, has continued to evolve over the past 5 years. Set in a one-to-one recreation of our actual Milky Way galaxy, players forge their own path, build and break alliances, trade, fight, and earn the rank of Elite. Join us as we journey into the next era of Elite Dangerous, set to take a giant leap once more.
More space, honey.
Yep, more space.
Lots of space this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I believe them when they say that this is pre-alpha. You know what the color scheming kind of reminds me of a little bit?
What?
Outer Worlds.
Yeah?
Just a little bit.
Alright.
Wait, no, hold on. Something else. Destiny. The game I couldn't think of the name of during the PS5 reveal was actually Dishonored, honey. I was trying really hard to think of Dishonored.
Oh.
Oh, good. Another game called Odyssey.
Joining me to talk about the next chapter of Elite Dangerous is Piers Jackson from Frontier Developments. Thanks so much for joining us, Piers.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yo, where's he looking?
Now, I have a lot of questions about the trailer we just saw, but I'm wondering if you can contextualize a little bit for those who haven't played Elite Dangerous. What is it?
So I think the best way of explaining what Elite Dangerous is to understand how big it is.
Dangerous.
We have created a title that's the most complete,
two main things you got to keep in mind.
Space simulation
that look like
of any game out there, and it's just vast. It's the whole galaxy.
For a split second.
You can explore it. You can take your own path. You can be a pilot, a trader, a bounty hunter. You can do what you want. You can go where you want, and you can do your own thing. And it's that sort of freedom and the ability for people to tell their own story that I think makes Elite what it actually is.
Now, in all the streams that I've been following for Elite Dangerous, there's a lot of gameplay that happens in ships. There's a lot of focus on the economy and trading. In this trailer, though, we saw feet on the ground, which immediately makes me ask, what is it that we should expect? What should we glean from the trailer?
Oh, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, the big new feature that we're looking to release here is the fact that you can now, for the very first time, set foot on our planets. We've created the last edition, really, in terms of going from space all the way down to the planet's surface. So now you can set foot, you can explore, you can interact with the environment.
Now we can colonize.
And we've taken the mission-based gameplay,
watch out,
and the idea of
species.
forging your own path and creating your own experience that the space game has, and we've transposed that right down onto the planet.
Yeah, damn right.
For the first time, you'll be able to access a whole pile of new planets, all ones with tenuous atmospheres, and obviously you're going to be able to play this in multiplayer, so you'll be able to join up with your friends. You can experience the game from the ship, from an SRV, and finally from on foot.
In what way will this ground walking on the planet component transform the existing aspects of Elite Dangerous?
I think it gives people a
you
new
actually
set
do
of
though.
experiences to have. We link all the way from ground to the buggies, the SRVs, all the way up to the spaceships.
You have many more than I do.
It becomes a holistic event. The design actually encapsulates the whole.
And everybody knows quantity is more important than quality.
In terms of some of the other systems that are on the planets, or various resources or points of interest.
Oh my God, honey! I just realized he's wearing AirPods.
Some of the gameplay
really?
Or some form of wireless earbud.
You can visit. You can
no,
visit
I'm just surprised you're just now realizing
we have refreshed the visuals.
I haven't been paying very close attention to him. I've been looking at the game footage.
Be the first to actually make
Look, that's like the 5th time we've seen that shot, honey.
I have a combo question for you. Elite Dangerous is available.
So maybe
right
it is
now.
pre-alpha.
Where can players go to play Elite Dangerous, and when can they expect the Odyssey update?
So you can join in with our community now, playing Elite Dangerous. Download it via Steam, or go to the Frontier store, or purchase it on console. We have many people.
How dare you say that on the PC gaming show, sir?
Expect to see that next year.
I hope you all enjoyed that conversation about Elite Dangerous. It's a treat to see the way the game is continuing to evolve.
I see how this
For our next title,
takes 2 hours.
Sean,
yeah, because it's a big old show. Devolver usually keeps theirs really short. It's nice. Short and like this, but better.
Hi there again, PC gamers. It's me, Greg Miller. Maybe you saw me host the Guerrilla Collective live stream earlier today. No, I didn't watch. Okay, well, that sucks. I'll give the PC Gaming Show back to its usual host in a moment, but I couldn't let anyone else announce this next trailer, which is a game near and dear to my heart. Let's take a look.
Atlas? Oh, Persona.
Okay.
The ultimate anime, the RPG. As you can see.
Yeah.
We finally localized it. I always thought it was already localized. Maybe they're adding the option to switch languages.
Persona 4 Golden is available now on Steam. If you haven't played this, now you have no excuse.
All right, well,
Persona
that's about
4
all I can
Golden
do.
is a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. The story, the action, the characters, this is something you have to go get right now. It's been awesome to see Atlas games make their way onto the PC. I'm glad this one is finally here.
Okay, go get
anyway, I better hand the show back over to Sean before he gets mad at me. See you later, PC gamers.
Well, that was weird. I thought this live stream was supposed to be secure.
I'm not sure what could have happened.
What the fuck?
It's a Persona.
All right then. While we get this sorted out, let's head on over to Frankie.
Yeah.
Our next trailer reveals an all-new psychological horror game coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X early next year.
Oh?
In Sound Mind will challenge your expectations as it ushers you through the deepest corners of your psyche. It sounds like every night before I go to sleep, honestly. The game also features a chilling original soundtrack by The Living Tombstone.
Oh.
Courtesy of indie outfit
Living Tombstone was a dubstep YouTube guy.
Let's take a look at In Sound Mind.
In Sound, I thought it was gonna be the medium. Well, now we got 2 psychological horrors coming. That's good.
They say fear is just a state of mind. A locked door that traps you inside it. But once you find the key to your terror, fear will no longer exist. What a bunch of bullshit.
You know what I'm kind of reminded of? Huh. Condemned in Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Well, here's this video getting blocked.
Right.
And I'll have to re-download it and edit the music out maybe.
Yeah.
It's alright, the PS5 one went back up and no problem now.
It's alright. You know, that one actually doesn't
hey
look too bad.
I'm Ito, producer at
I do appreciate. Yeah, it's a horror game. I'll buy it.
Hey, Tombstone here.
We're
not nearly enough of those.
Nightmare House 2, and now we're back. We've partnered with Modus Games and The Living Tombstone, and we're working on a new indie horror game, In Sound Mind.
Demo is now out on Steam. Let us know what you think.
Thanks. Thank you.
Boy on the right didn't say shit.
Yeah. How did you get here today, anyways?
Well, Sean, my sleep state was interrupted when I realized I was late to this year's PC gaming show. So naturally, I panicked. I had to improvise about how to reach our undisclosed broadcasting location before you began the show. I tried some back roads in the desert. I am not an all-terrain vehicle, it was discovered. I tried to hitchhike. But ever since
this is why this is 2 hours.
Yeah.
No one in Los Angeles trusts robots.
Jesus.
At that point, I was already right outside our secret location.
Cool. Hey, let's take a look at our next trailer.
Airborne Kingdom loading.
Something Kingdom?
I didn't hear it.
Well, there's numbers. Look, 120. Look, 90. Yeah. Yeah, look, 60. There's numbers, honey. Isn't that cool?
Sure.
I actually am curious about what those numbers are supposed to be. Population of that city?
No.
Well, I don't know, man. Airborne Kingdom.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
It did.
That's my sternum popping.
Really? Yeah. I thought it was just your headphone
surprised to know that
popping.
I enjoy real-time strategy games, and that's why I'm excited for our next trailer. It's Dwarfheim, a cooperative RTS.
Oh, that whole thing was the trailer.
Up to 3 players can split
excited
up the
for that?
building, mining, and
I don't know what it is, but it looked neat.
It did look traps, neat. Train armies to fend off deadly
I think I'd rather watch a Studio Ghibli movie about it, though.
The Dwarfheim demo is live right now on Steam. Let's see what the game is all about.
Ever since the fall, dwarven clans live scattered across Agartha. They toil every day in the dark.
You're finally awake.
They try to protect what little they have from rival clans. And the vile creatures that roam these lands.
It does look like, but it's not. It's a PC
Your clan
game.
Needs you now,
this is PC game showcase.
to lead your people.
So you were wrong.
Choose your classes, guide your builders and miners to expand your kingdom. Or take up arms with your warriors to protect our town halls and conquer your enemies. Bring us to victory. Bring us
like
to Dwarfheim.
Spare not the women or children.
Okay, so we got
Heads on pikes.
Hey, no, we got Dwarfheim and then we got Valheim.
Yeah, Heim is it's Viking suffix.
I know.
Thanks, Sean. And now let's take a look at the lineup of games and game updates coming from indie publisher New Blood Interactive.
One indie publisher is putting out a whole bunch of indie publisher? I thought most indie games were self-published.
New Blood.
That's a really good name for an indie publisher. That looked like Doom. What the fuck?
Okay. I guess so.
That's RTX, honey.
I don't know what RTX is.
Look at the reflections. It's ray tracing.
Oh, okay.
See all that? See the light bouncing off of shit? Didn't do that before.
Okay. New levels. Honestly, this has looked like 5 different games.
I think it has been. And here's another one. 5 different games that are all look... I do like these transitions a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a console peasant, so I wouldn't know. Barely.
Yeah, barely, but still. I know nothing about PC gaming.
Well, mouse.
Well, no. You also got your keyboard.
Yeah, also keyboard. And, 60 FPS. Actually, no, it's switched from console 30, PC 60 to PC to console 60, PC 120.
Dave Oshry to talk about it. Dave, what the hell was that all about?
Yeah, so we got a lot going on, right? I mean, some guys come out here, they show like some cinematic trailer and then tell you it's coming out in a year. We got 6 games and you can play all of them right now. We couldn't afford to do a cinematic trailer if we wanted to.
Wow.
Right? So yeah, Dusk, now with mods, check
what
out
a way to go about it.
There's all kinds of crazy Medieval,
those RTX, assholes showing you high production cinematic trailers saying it's not out yet. You saw those 6 games? Could you distinguish any of them from each other? No? Oh, okay, fine. We'll go get one of them. They're out.
It's crazy. It's like The Thing in space. Faith, of course.
He's
if you don't know about
differentiating
Faith,
them right now.
Ultra Kill, our new retro shooter with style. If you like games like Devil May Cry,
I don't know,
Quake,
something about Vague Smear really puts me off.
That's about. And then of course Gloomwood. If you like games like Thief, System Shock, Resident Evil, then I think Gloomwood is definitely the game for you.
Where can we go to learn more?
Which Resident Evil?
You can check out Dusk at notfortnite.com, a Medieval at I can't believe it's not Hexen.com. Maximum Action at shootyboom.com. Unfortunate Spacemen at deaderspace.com. That's
come on.
deaderspace.com. Faith at GaryLovesYou.com. Ultra Kill at
I want these to be real.
And then, of course, Gloomwood at ThiefWithGuns.com. Yeah, that's all we got.
I really want those to be real.
You can play them all right now.
Deader Space. Why?
Hey, buddy. I don't know.
Thanks, Dave. Let's see what Frankie has for us next.
Okay.
Thank you, Sean. Now tell me, PC gamers, have you ever wanted to rewrite history? Not your browser history.
Yes,
that's
kill Hitler.
Absolutely vital. But how about something grander? Like
I'm sorry, is it offensive to kill Hitler now?
No. Or inventing the computer a couple of 100 years earlier. Humankind is an upcoming historical strategy game where you'll be combining up to 60 different cultures to create a civilization.
Oh, so it's not kill Hitler, it's prevent Hitler.
And as with all of their previous titles, Amplitude is asking the community to participate in the development of Humankind to help make it the best game that it can be. Let's see how they're inviting PC gamers to help build this worldly game.
I feel like in real life, she's like super dirty mouthed. You know?
Yeah.
I gotta go do this fucking game show tonight. I have heartburn.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Do we need to keep some in here for you?
I used to, but now both of them are in the bedroom because I'm big stupid.
We can bring in the broken one back in here.
Oh, that'll get spilled. Okay, but when do I prevent Hitler? Wow, they literally showed off a game and then said now hiring. Sonic 43.
Well, you heard the trailer. You need to go to opendev.gamestogether.com so you can be one of the very first humans to get your hands on Humankind, Amplitude Studios' upcoming historical strategy game. And now for something a little different, why don't you join me in my chambers? Come on.
No.
Fine, you can stay here. I'm going with him.
Of all the subcultures and communities that make up PC gaming, modders have arguably had the biggest impact. My next guest is Dean Hall, a designer who started out as a modder and eventually helped lay the foundation for two of the most popular genres on PC, survival and battle royale. Let's take a look at the next game from Rocketworks revealed here on the PC Gaming Show. It's Icarus.
More battle royale, yay! I'm gonna hide this behind the microphone while I squeeze all the poison out of it. It healed over kind of weird, so I got nervous about maybe something being trapped under it, but it looks fine.
Okay. More space.
This looks like super high quality looking Outer Worlds all of a sudden, and mixed with the forest. Wow! That looked like a sprat.
Yeah.
Something about Spaceman with his tiny bow. What?
Okay.
Jesus. Looks like it was their fault for setting a fire, and I guess that one fire sucked up all the oxygen on the planet.
Hall. Dean, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome, it's great to be here.
So, Dean, you're making another survival-focused game. What makes Icarus different from other survival titles?
Well, I think if you think about your first
something
hour
about that
in
guy.
DayZ, your first hour in Minecraft,
I don't know what it is.
Really, what we're trying to do is capture that, and
a bit, yeah, but there's just something that just kind of like hooks my eyes.
Period of time, and you can progress through the survival experience. So it was really getting back to the roots of what a survival game is and what makes
Australia.
Those moments that you get.
It looks like an Australian city.
And emotional.
Yeah.
If you can just walk me through like the basic loop. If I just open up the game, do I start out on the ship itself?
If you think about the orbital station as your apartment in GTA, you can invite your friends in and prepare for what we call a drop. And then you select a prospect.
It's an out there and out. I mean,
and the
he's
big
right.
challenge of the game, and the way to fail it, I guess, is to run out of time on the drop.
Let's say I'm on a 30-minute mission. I have a particular resource I've set out to snatch up. How does the gameplay of that 30-minute period differ from other survival games?
I suppose there were 3 key things that I felt needed to be addressed before I made another survival game. The first was the ability to scale. By breaking your experience over months and years into sessions, that allowed us to address scale. So you still can do all the things that you do in a normal survival game, building bridges, roads, all those kinds of things. But you're doing it with a medium-term focus. The second was pacing and clear direction, which is helped very much by the structure that we're putting around the session. And the last one is really focusing in on those core survival mechanics, which I really feel is the whole reason that survival as a genre connects so emotionally.
You mean the one
players.
where you have to eat every 2 minutes?
I guess I was a little surprised to hear
because those meters drop so fast for some reason,
as well as multi-day drops. What are the sort of time ranges?
Every time I load up Fallout 76, my character's just like, "Yo,
feed
me
it
now."
Really depends on your level as you progress through the game. So early on, we're really just introducing you to more safe environments. So say a daytime drop that only lasts 20 minutes. You're only going to be facing the game during the day. As you progress on, you can take on and get access to prospects that have
I like the way it says
drop
prospects.
windows, but that means you're getting a cycle of day-night. And night, particularly for most of our biomes, is definitely the most dangerous.
I want to ask a little bit about what failure means in Icarus. I mean, in the trailer there was someone that fell down and you just ominously talked about the dangers of being left behind on the planet. What happens if you don't make it back to the ship in time, die on the planet? What happens?
If you think about DayZ, when you get shot, it's a very binary event that happens and there's nothing you can do. It's just
I forgot this guy made DayZ.
And there's a certain charm.
Everything's gone.
Yeah, there's a certain charm to that. But I think if we look about
charm, I like your use of the word charm there for sure.
Yeah, like there definitely is. But I think with
you
Icarus,
saw
we've
it. You saw a modded.
You
saw Minecraft.
If you run out of time on your drop,
modded to play like
DayZ.
It was MineZ.
Is gone.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make that terrifying, and that's why our tagline is "There are worse fates than death." So it's getting left behind. If you miss your rendezvous window with the
every time they say
station,
left behind, I just think of The Last of Us DLC.
It. Everything that you've deployed on there, your
Stop
character,
playing
and all
with
that
my
progression
foot.
of that character, and all that equipment is just
your
gone.
foot on my foot.
Yeah, because you have blanket and it's warm.
If you run out of oxygen, someone can come and revive you. If you get attacked by this particular animal and damaged, someone can heal you. But if you run out of time, it's over.
I'm curious. I mean, there's so many elements. There's so much ambition. I know there's a lot of PC gamers that maybe feel like you abandoned DayZ, other projects. What do you have to reassure those people that you're committed to Icarus?
Well, I think a big thing for me is I
made all my DayZ
Bohemia
money.
was an existing company, and I definitely felt like I was pulling
If the
them
infrastructure
in a
of
direction
DayZ doesn't
that was
fall
hard for
apart,
them
then
to
like,
go.
who cares?
And they probably felt
you've
like
got your
they were
DayZ.
pulling me in a
Enjoy
direction
it.
that I didn't want to go. And it's really been a bit of a struggle for me to develop and not only the studio, but myself as well. There was a whole bunch of things I had to learn. I had to learn many of those things through failure. The solution there was to make sure it wasn't just a Dean Hall game, but it was a game built by incredibly skilled people. And we managed to assemble, I think, definitely one of the best teams I've ever worked with, an exceptional concept team through to a technical and production team as well.
Well, I know there's a
because
ton of
Fallout
people
4
that are
used
interested
the
in my very next
game
question,
crafting.
my favorite question.
Look.
When can people get the opportunity to play Icarus?
That is a
Except
good question.
this time it probably does just work.
Sometime next year. Our development is very advanced at this point. Our biggest question really is content. So, you know, we're making the game free to play because we wanted to maximize the number of people that play it. And we're acutely aware a number of our former staff are ex-Grinding Gear Games who made Path of Exile. They're very talented in the free-to-play area. So we're very cognizant of how much content we need to provide gamers. So at the moment, we're really sort of heading into that.
Well, Dean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Awesome.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Once again, that was Dean Hall from Rocket Works for the upcoming survival game Icarus. For our next game, let's head to Frankie.
Icarus is one of the ones I'll probably actually watch somebody play.
When you're an evil supervillain, it's important to have your own sense of style.
Ah!
What? Evil Cat Psychics are so 2019. Evil Genius 2 asks players the question, how would you design a supervillain portrait?
What?
Would you build a pool filled
You
with
stop.
laser
You
sharks?
be nice.
Or would you just give all the home appliances RGB lighting? Here's the world-exclusive first gameplay footage of Evil Genius 2, World Domination.
She's precious, though.
I already forgot what Evil Genius 2 looked like. It looked like, I think it was like a sim game, kind of, in a way. I was right.
Yeah.
I like the idea that these guys might rebel against you if you don't pay them enough. Jesus! He's using a scope at point blank range. They're gonna go steal the Declaration of Independence. My ankle's popping out today.
It is.
It hurts.
I can imagine.
I wanna play blackjack now. Woo! That was way darker than I thought it would be. This looks like a room from the lab in Resident Evil 2.
We are about to see the first official gameplay footage for Godfall on PC.
Hey,
Counterplay
they showed
Games is
Godfall
going to give
a
us
little
a
bit
guided
on
tour
the PS5
of the
reveal.
battle for Aperion.
It was that,
And keen observers will notice that this is running an Unreal Engine 5.
Fighting, I don't
That's
know.
why those shiny sets of armor look oh so gorgeous. You can go on over to the Epic Games Store and wishlist it now, or get more information on Godfall before it releases this holiday season. But for now, let's take a look.
This one. Was that the same trailer?
No.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today, and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Please enjoy. Godfall is still in development, so some things will change and improve in the final product, including visuals and performance. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and
this dude's got
realms.
a super relaxing
the
voice.
world is split up into the elemental
I will
realms
be
of
honest,
earth,
I've
water,
about fallen asleep
air,
a few times.
and fire.
Really?
You play a Valorian
I did not
knight,
get enough sleep last night.
godlike warrior, able to equip valor plates, legendary
but this guy in particular
transform you
Did you hit the mic?
into unstoppable masters
No.
of melee combat. As you adventure through
Did you hit the mic?
you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god
Go to
who
bed.
awaits you at the top.
Go to bed and come
Throughout
back and
your
don't hit the
journey,
mic.
You'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics.
He's gonna put me to sleep.
And long history.
It looks like
Now
we
let's
both
talk
need to
about
take a nap.
gameplay.
No,
in Godfall.
I'm fine. It's his
First,
voice is.
Our team wanted to do something.
It is really
different.
nice.
Yeah.
We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a whole new genre, the looter slasher. Our
The
game is
looter
therefore
slash?
one
Is
part
that what I heard?
Yeah.
and one part player
Okay.
skill driven. In
Kind of
other
like
words,
how in the
not only
Xbox
do we
thing
want
they were
you
like,
to find
Shloop!
exquisite
The
weapons
shooters,
with powerful
the shooter
loot
looter.
traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available
Neo
to you.
is kind of a loot game because you know how you get so
What you're
many
looking at now
fucking
is a
armor
big
pieces
boss
and
fight.
swords from everything.
A tougher challenge, which we'll have to leave for another day. Please check out the Godfall channels on Twitter,
I
Facebook,
don't know why,
and
but
YouTube.
Godfall kind of reminds
Thank
me
you
of
so much for
Skyrim
taking a
Online.
look at Godfall, and
Elder
we'll be
Scrolls
showing
Online?
you more
Yeah,
soon.
that.
Not me. Doesn't remind me of that in the slightest.
When PC gamers
Thank God
think
he's
of
gone. I was
iconic
gonna fall
first-person
asleep.
Shooters, they think of games like Doom,
I want him to
Quake,
read me a
and
bedtime
Duke
story.
Nukem. Our
Read
next
Harry
trailer
Potter
shows
to
a
me,
project
sir.
That celebrates the proud heritage of sci-fi FPSs while taking advantage of some very modern visual effects, like glorious enemy dismemberment. From Bounding Book Software and Humble
Yeah,
Publishing,
dismemberment.
It's Proteus.
Oh, I like that style. I love that style actually. It's really neat looking.
Okay.
I love it. Oh, there's a lot going on. You know what it actually reminds me of visually?
What?
Elder Scrolls 1 and 2. But like, with a Doom complex. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a T in Proteus, not a D.
Bay Tactics.
This looks cute. Hey, did you get the dock? Is the dock set up for her out there so she can play Terraria on the TV?
It should still be set up.
Okay, I'm afraid she's just left out there with nothing to do.
That was cute.
This is one of those. This is like a game you would see in like the first part of a Nintendo E3. Oh, that was devastating. Okay, now this is epic. Kath? Framped?
Okay.
Did you see the owl?
I love the look
Yeah.
of that last one. Fate Tactics is set to scratch that isometric combat itch that I know a lot of us have been feeling ever since we played Final Fantasy Tactics back in the 90s. All right, but
if you've had
we're
that
not
itch
done with
since the
Humble Games
90s,
yet.
then I don't think
Their
you've been looking
lineup, as
very
it turns
hard
out,
for a
isn't all that
replacement.
humble. We're going to take a look at 2 more games from them. Project Wingman, a jet fighter game featuring RPG elements and VR support. And rounding things out is Carto from Sunhead Games, a gorgeous top-down puzzler. Let's take a look.
Every time I yawn, it makes my heart burn worse. That's cute.
I would play this.
This looks really cute. Oh, a bear. You ever see a bear in real life? Don't hug it. Unless it's a black bear, because black bears are bitches. I could box a black bear. I could kick a black bear's ass. I like the other one more.
Yeah, cartel.
Oh yeah, I thought you just said cartel. What? This makes me want to play Ace Combat.
It sounded like Metal Gear to me.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey Davbot, have you ever wondered what Gordon Freeman's voicemail message sounds like?
Sean, that is an intriguing inquiry. However,
Gordon Freeman is a guy who doesn't talk in Half-Life. He's the guy you play as.
Why does this keep happening, Devbot? Okay. What's with the security? Have you upgraded to Service Pack 2 yet?
The transmission is coming from a powerful space satellite.
Greetings, PC Gaming Show. It is I, your supreme leader, Kane. I am commandeering this broadcast to deliver an important mission briefing. You must capture the GDI base marked at these coordinates. This is a strategically significant facility.
You seem very cozy and settled in.
Joe Coogan.
I'm curious. I'm going to see if you're still on camera or not.
Look, you know Command & Conquer has been a major part of your life.
Yeah, you are.
It's certainly been a part of mine. The Command & Conquer Remastered Collection recently launched for PC, and it is an awesome way to relive this classic game with a bunch of new bells and whistles. I mean, who doesn't like 4K graphics, quick matches in multiplayer, or modding, am I right? I personally want to send a big shout out to all you PC gamers who have kept the legacy of Kane alive over these last 25 years. I mean, I live in doubt, I guess. Thanks for letting me interrupt.
I get it now.
You guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, he's the guy that was in a thing years ago.
Tell me, PC gamers, do you have any rare action figures? Perhaps you're one of the lucky owners of an out-of-print collectible, something you'd never trade away in a million years.
No.
Our next game is a celebration of toys and art. On its surface, a game about collecting, customizing, and trading.
Everything here is like less
than
than 5 years
playground
old.
For creativity, one where you can make your own levels.
I do have a
Bionicle. To hang out, play mini games, and create together. This is Blanco's Block Party.
I have the big gray Takanuba. Most of him is missing, but well, a lot of him is missing, but most of him is there.
Legend tells of a place where everyone comes together to play and dance and race and shoot and jump and fly
and murder.
So maybe bat wings, and there's lava and a mountain made of junk food. Where you can create your own worlds and have your own adventures where you are in charge. Where you can make your very own games with your very own rules. And all your friends can come and play. Like this one here. Yep, them too. And I don't know what that dude is, but he is cool. What? They're all toys? Come to life. And I can actually play with them and own them all. That's sweet. But you see, this place isn't a legend at all. It's a party.
God, I want to meet people who can get their voice that low.
Here to bring us the inside look at Blanco's Block Party is Jamie Jackson from Mythical. Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
I would love if you could just address what is Blancos.
I feel like that guy earlier just covered all of it.
Final toys kind of come into life and where they go when a human leaves the room. But it's also more than just a game. It's a place for content creators and gamers and collectors to come together and hang out and
it's like trans-dimensional Toy Story
games that they really want to play in. And you can have as many as your friends come and hang out with you as you want. But you could also drop the toys in. So the first toy you can play with is one called it's a shooting mechanic. We got like a unicorn rocket launcher that fires ice creams. We got like a cactus grenade launcher that fires these little cactus balls. So it's all about kind of like arcade fun shooter stuff. And you can set that up as a team shooter. You can
there's a certain degree that is the same, yes. But also I don't think they're that similar.
You could just do point to point.
Well, what about Roblox?
Sweet like platformer. You just go A to B. You could do laps. And then another one.
Maybe closer to Roblox. I wouldn't know.
That's kind of what powers them.
I don't know
so another
either.
one you can do is actually.
All I know about Roblox is.
What's kind of super cool is
all I
those
know.
toys work with each other. So you could build a race. And then you could drop some guns in it, and it can be a race. But you
then you leave your door open, and people just come inside.
So you have these
She's not my girlfriend.
Tools, this community focus. We've also seen in games like Fortnite these in-game events. Are these kinds of things
fine, whatever.
Will show up in Blancos as well?
I was actually trying to defend the game by saying it wasn't like Fortnite, but sure.
Blancos wasn't just this place for players to go and build and create their own worlds, but it was a place for us to be able to share with them different
If this
content,
dude had a better quality mic, he'd probably put me to sleep too.
You know, whether it's
he's got he also has a very relaxing voice.
We're definitely thinking about that kind of stuff.
Well, talk to me about the number of different designs. Like, where are these designs coming from? How many are there?
42.
We're not talking about numbers in
That's all he
just
says.
yet, but we are talking about the artists. So we're really stoked. We've been able to work with some of my favorites that I've been buying the vinyl toys of over the years. So John Paul Kaiser is a great artist from the UK. I ended up buying some of his toys in New York
like that
6 years ago, and now
I like that one too.
Bring his toys to life in the game, which has been great fun. James Groman, who I think just kind of really epitomizes vinyl toy design. Just
Mike Wazowski.
Thanos. And one of my personal favorites,
that looked like the fucking thing from Rayman 2.
For me, was kind of one of the grandfathers of vinyl toy design.
I know people are going to want more information. They're going to want to know when they can play Blankos, when they can see more. Where do they go for that?
If you want to keep just up to date with things, go and check out blankos.com. You can register there right now, so you can, you know, secure your account name and get ready for launch. We're going to be launching end of the year, so not too far away now, but we're also going to be starting to look for our beta at some point soon as well. So if you get registered,
I don't know, the end of the year seems like it's 5 years away.
Jamie from Mythical, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Once again, the name of the game is Blankos Block Party. Let's take a look at what's coming up next at this year's PC Gaming Show.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show, presented by PC Gamer. Stay tuned for more trailers, announcements, and footage. Coming up later, we celebrate the 20th anniversary of A Total War. What's next in Escape from Tarkov? The reveal of horror strategy game Roads. And more. Back to you, Frankie.
The PC is the birthplace of space flight action games, and our next project,
also
Space
Spaceflight,
expands on that tradition with its gorgeous handcrafted universe. The focus here is on exploration and dogfighting,
that one really hurt.
with alien species standing in the way of outfitting your ship with unique modules, weapons, and devices. And, as we're about to see in this next trailer, combat won't just take place in the cold vacuum of space, but also the atmospheres of planets themselves. Here's Everspace 2.
What's the name of it?
Everspace 2.
Everspace? I want like an arm for a chair.
You took him off.
I took him off because I'm usually playing a thing. But like when I'm just chilling, I got nowhere to put my arms. I'm all flopping. And makes my chair make noise.
Yeah. You're gonna knock the other chair over. Okay.
I got this.
Remember your switch is in there.
Yeah, it's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Comfy?
No. Better though.
The headphone keeps coming out of my ear.
Well, the other one needs to be up with you, because that's actually pulling. Those are way heavier than they seem, and it yanks it out. Like it's like a constant pull. Maybe if your ear wasn't so greasy. That sure is a lot of space. It goes on forever, space. I like that, actually. Closed alpha starts on June 15th. I have no idea. I know what open betas are. I don't know what a closed alpha is. I like the V and the A. That's real neat. I love it.
What the?
What?
No.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Dogs and hares.
Yes.
Hares and hounds.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
That's what
PC
the Taco
gamers,
Tuesday will do to you.
I'm sure you'll agree. If a horse shows up at your door and you don't remember ordering a horse, it's probably best to keep the door shut. One of the coolest things about a Total War Saga Troy, the next game from Creative Assembly, is that it will enable players to experience multiple different versions of how the iconic battle went down, including several explanations for what that mythical horse actually was. I'll get the door while you watch the latest trailer.
Peggy
I like that face.
I don't.
Oh, silver-tongued Odysseus. There is
This
only
one's
one
called Troy.
response to Queen Helen's
It's got something to do with horses.
and that is
And how they kill you.
In Total War Saga Troy,
Because they have
you
little
can
men inside
rewrite
them.
the events of one of the greatest conflicts ever told, the Trojan War. As Odysseus besieged the legendary city of Troy in 3 ingenious and equally devastating ways, all based around prominent theories from throughout the ages as to what the iconic Trojan horse really resembled.
The walls of this
Probably a
city
horse.
may appear to be mighty, but no defenses are impregnable.
Using gargantuan siege towers, take the fight
Wow,
to the wall.
did you see the siege tower clipping through the trees?
Yeah.
No, guys, keep going. You can clip your siege towers through
Force them
anything. It's
back
fine.
to their pitiful city.
Dude, siege towers were a crazy, smart, and scary idea.
The enemy
Yeah.
are unaware of your presence. Position your troops to retain your advantage once the attack begins.
Sneak troops into the city in a vast, horse-headed vessel fit for the gods. Under the cloak of darkness, use guerrilla tactics to sabotage the unbreachable city gates, leaving the Trojan warriors defenseless, allowing the Achaean soldiers to begin razing the city to the ground.
Kind of feels like you're a villain.
Their walls
Yeah.
have been breached.
Even the greatest defenses cannot stand against nature's might. In a land ravaged by earthquakes, patience is rewarded. Send your troops forward. Troy is yours for the taking.
That doesn't look like Greece. That looks like New Mexico. Doesn't it?
Myth meets history in a war that will define the ages. Experience the legend of Troy this summer.
Victory will make you immortal.
I like how they make the O as a shield.
Yes.
That was a Total War Saga Troy, which we'll get to play in 2021. And hey, speaking of sneaking in big surprises, a master of segue.
Is there a horse in the room?
We've teamed up with Intel to build a legendary custom computer inspired by art, weaponry, and the artifacts found in the game. DevBot, I understand you know your way around a computer, right?
Affirmative. Sean, I have a soft spot for Bronze Age computers.
Well, great. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit more?
Can do, Sean. Behold, PC gamers. This build is centered around Intel's CPU, the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. This 10-core flagship CPU is built for maximum gaming performance and overclocking, especially useful in epic strategy games like a Total War Saga Troy. The build also features a top-of-the-line GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. Also on the Asus motherboard are spacious 4 terabytes of fast storage and 128 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. The unit is powered by a platinum certified Corsair.
Wait a second, did he say 128 gigs of RAM? Because that's fucking nuts. Nobody on the face of this earth needs that much RAM.
The copper tubing is not only effective at heat conduction, but, according to my readings, aesthetically pleasing. Is this what you humans
Also comes with a nice wig.
PCs are more than specs. They're a passion. When we build a PC, we form a relationship with that piece of
People have a
hardware.
passion for the
we
specs,
wanted to
man.
show you every step of that process. For this build, we enlisted a master craftsman, Brian Carter, a PC modder with over a decade and a half of experience. PC Gamer and Intel have created a 4-part series following Brian as he created this epic artifact. DevBot, cue it up.
Hey, my name is Brian Carter, and I've been building custom PC mods for over 16 years. I'm working with Intel and a Total War Saga Troy on a very special custom PC project that we're thrilled to debut at the PC Gaming Show.
This is exciting me more than anything else so far.
As I take you through each stage of the scratch build process.
I don't give a shit about the case, man.
And design phase, where we figure out how to take the amazing design assets from a Total War Saga Troy and functionalize them to house our best-in-class components, like the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. Then I'll show you how I assemble, finish, and test this one-of-a-kind PC.
I know people got things to say about Intel, but still.
For letting me work on this incredibly fun and challenging project. I hope you like it.
Oh, it looks so good, and I have some good news. Episode 1 is available now, and I have even better news. You can win this PC from DevBot's loving clutches. Head on over to pcgamer.com/IntelPC to learn more and enter for a chance to win. And with that, it's time to return to more PC Gaming Show action with the fantastic Frankie.
Last year, Remnant from the Ashes challenged gamers to take on monstrous creatures in a post-apocalyptic world. Today, we're excited to announce the biggest update yet for the game, upcoming DLC that will conclude this thrilling saga. The fate of humankind is at stake.
What?
It's time to bring an end to the root.
I know.
Once and for all. This is the world reveal of Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, available August 20th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
They say hope is what makes us human. Hope also let us think we'd won.
Those look like Neo enemies.
But the root have another gate somewhere. Another hole we have to plug in our sinking civilization. Maybe the root's not the only thing we need to worry about.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Uh-huh.
They look like a mole rat from Fallout. So lots of process.
The new Remnant from the Ashes content looks fantastic. And you know what else is fantastic? Hearing the opinions of strangers from the internet. Nothing makes my day as much as hearing what's inside your mind. I saw one that said "Hello, Mom" on TV. So please use #PC Gaming Show on whatever your platform of preference may be, and you just might have your comment show up live on the show. Now, for our next title, we have to look at classic remasters. Capcom has been updating the original Resident Evil games, and in the same vein, 2K is now updating Mafia. The original Mafia trilogy is getting a full definitive edition remaster with the original game.
Dude, that is not what's been happening with Resident Evil. They've been ground up remakes, not remasters.
We got a brand new trailer for you. So let's take a look at Lost Heaven 2 decades later.
Hey, Tommy. Detective Norman.
That looks pretty good, though.
Yeah.
How long you been
That maybe it is ground up.
3 years. They handed you the Morello case right out of the gate.
Oh man, you see the way that paper moved? Hell yeah.
What's it to you? Case must be getting pretty cold by now. Or you got something might warm it up. Yeah, I might have something.
It's the Mafia, honey.
Yeah, I know.
What do they call you, son? Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
Was he saying Thomas or Damas?
Thomas Angelo.
Okay.
I liked it. I won't get it, but I really liked it.
After a beautiful trailer like that, I gotta know, do you have any contacts in the Mafia?
Sean, I have left that life behind me. I'm programmed not to form relationships with organized crime. However, I can call one of the developers of Mafia Definitive Edition.
Well, fantastic. Let's ring him up, DevBot. Joining me to talk about Mafia is the president and CCO of Hangar 13. It is Hayden Blackman. Hayden, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So for people who haven't played the original Mafia, which is a 2002 release, talk to us about this game.
Mafia: The Definitive Edition is a complete ground-up remake of Mafia.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Which is a seminal game that really launched the Mafia
completely
franchise.
Corrected, like
in
thoroughly.
Mafia, you take on the role of Tommy Angelo, who is a cab driver that falls in with the mob during the 1930s, actually during the height of Prohibition, in a city called Lost Heaven, which is loosely based on
Prohibition
Chicago.
really didn't
and as a
work at
member
all.
of the Salieri crime family,
It got bad.
he really gets embroiled in a war with the Morello crime family, and we kind of explore that story and Tommy's evolution.
You need to sit
from
up so you don't fall
cab driver
asleep.
To respected
My
member
body's
of the
just
Mafia.
starting to hurt.
I feel like in the last 10 years we've seen HD editions,
done that. It
remasters,
still
and more
hurts.
graphical updates, but my understanding is
Wanna
that
switch
this
chairs?
is far more
No.
than just a new coat of paint on a game from 2002. Talk to me about what a remake means.
Everything was rebuilt, so every asset, every cinematic was reshot, and all the gameplay was completely redone. Now we've kept all the same big beats from the original game. The story is the same for the most part. All the big plot points are there. All the missions are there and represented.
For the most
but
part,
again,
all the big plot
everything
points are
was
there.
completely rebuilt from the ground up, in order to kind of meet the expectations of today's gamers and take advantage of today's technology.
The location in pretty much every open world game is a central character. In 2002, we have seen a ton of gameplay changes between then and now, 2020.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the ways you've updated the open world setting and maybe some of the new mechanics that players can expect?
So we do that a number of different ways. You know, one, we looked at how populated can we make it, and we took some of the kind of world interactions and some of the things that we did with, crowds and non-player characters and other kind of city life from Mafia 3 and put them into Mafia: The Definitive Edition. But we also looked at, are there ways for us to kind of redesign the city so it's more fun to drive around? You know, do we need to widen the streets? Do we need to make sure that there's not as many 90-degree turns so that you can kind of coast around corners? And as we capture the feel of the vehicles, are there things that we want to do to make sure that the roads have grip or they're slick in the rain? And so that, I think, brought a lot of life to it as well, because most of the way that you engage with the city is through driving.
I mean, speaking of rebuilding things from the ground up, I gotta ask you about the cinematics. I mean, they looked gorgeous in the trailer. Yeah. And I mean, what was the process of rebuilding all of those cinematics?
For us, it was really, how do we recreate these, again, taking advantage of some of the cutting edge stuff that we've been doing at Hangar 13. So, we have, really great facial scanning and likeness capture technology, a state-of-the-art mocap facility. So we really wanted to take advantage of that for, the Definitive Edition. So we did go in and we rewrote all the cinematics, again, to add some of that language and add some of that character development and maybe some of that clarity that we were going for without losing the essence of each moment.
Well, now it's time for my favorite question.
Yeah.
When can we play Mafia Definitive Edition, and where can people go right now to learn more?
Oh boy!
Sure. So we are looking at an August 28th launch date, and we still, have a ways to go, and we're working on that kind of final push right now. But I'm really confident, really bullish in that date right now. If you want more information,
an hour and
you
2
can go
minutes
to
left.
MafiaGame.com.
After seeing the trailer, I personally am hyped. Hayden, thank you so much for joining us at this year's PC Gaming Show. Once again, Mafia Game.
But now we got the sunk cost fallacy.
For our next title, it's time to head on over to Frankie.
Gone this far, better finish
Sean, next up, it's one of those games that looks so pretty, we just had to show it to you. Ever wondered what Slay the Spire might be like with Tim Burton at the helm? Well, Rogue Lords could be the answer.
What was that?
It's being jointly developed by Cyanide and Leica Studio and sees you building a team from storybook psychos like Dracula,
I gotta go take
Bloody
an
Mary,
acid.
and Baron Samedi.
I'll be back.
Makes all the more sense when you realise you're being employed by the devil himself. A job that has my name written all over it. The game is out this October, and we've got a brand new gameplay trailer.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this exclusive gameplay reveal of our new title, Rogue Lords. Development is moving forward, and we are very excited to share some in-game elements and combat mechanics for the very first time. Rogue Lords is a rogue-like game where you play as the devil. You have to build your team with legends of evil and lead them in runs through multiple events and fights. After a terrible defeat years ago, you're finally coming back with your most faithful disciples to wreak havoc and terror in a world unbalanced after your long absence. The combat is turn-based and strategic. You will need to build your set of skills through your run to be prepared for any threat, analyze your enemy's next attacks, and create combos to secure victory. Every skill costs action points. You should think how to make the best of them each turn. When one of your disciples becomes vulnerable, your own health bar is exposed, which is persistent during the entire run. If your health is reduced to 0, your run is finished.
Did I miss the announcement?
In Rogue Lords, you are the devil, so you don't have to play by the
this is
same rules as mortals.
I knew they'd
When the
ruin that.
situation becomes tricky, you can use souls to play with the interface.
Seem upset that I got you a
change
water.
an enemy health bar, for example.
I kind of want to
This is an expensive trick to use,
All right, well,
but very
get one when we're
powerful and useful in the most difficult.
Hydrate, bitch.
Thank you for
No.
watching the video. Stay tuned for more info coming soon. See you next time.
If you're a big fan of roguelikes, you know they're known for two things: procedurally generated worlds and permadeath. Our next game, Unexplored 2, puts an interesting twist on these ideas. What if your character's demise changed the game world itself, altering it for all of your future playthroughs? From developer Ludomotion and publisher Big Sugar, this is Unexplored 2: The Wayfarer's Legacy.
Wow, just one antacid and bam,
to be the next
heartburn's gone.
wayfarer. Will you answer? When
Honey, it's
tasked
pretty.
to take your place
Yes,
in
it
a
is.
long line of heroes.
Part of me felt like you might have been asleep when I came in.
No.
Yeah. Part of me was like, I better get in there before she falls asleep. It gets really warm in here.
Yeah.
And you're in a blanket.
I am in a blanket.
Will you be victorious? This is our world. It is your burden. From beyond the gate into the First Valley, there is no return. Will you be ready?
The latest update for Dauntless is the most ambitious chapter
They didn't show
yet
up
for
anything
this
of what she
online
said.
free-to-play RPG.
About how death
In
would
Call
affect
of the Void,
the world
players
afterwards.
unravel a mystery surrounding an ancient civilization, culminating in a showdown
Demon
with a new
Souls kinda has
otherworldly
that.
behemoth.
Yeah.
And as a nice little bonus,
They
if you go
make
to
it darker every time you die?
playdauntless.com right now
Right?
and use the code
black and white world
PCGamingShow2020,
tendency.
you can get some
It's not
free
actually
in-game
darker
rewards.
looking.
Nice.
It just
Let's take a
affects
closer look at
things.
this update that's available
Okay.
now in Dauntless. This is Call of the Void.
It looks familiar.
It does. That's a lot of blue.
Yeah.
That is a lot of blue. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
The cover for Ozymandias. Color-wise. Just color-wise.
Okay.
I've heard of Dauntless.
There's still more games to come on the PC Gaming Show. Here's what's around the corner. Take a closer look at Blightbound, the new action RPG from Devolver. A special collection of exciting independent games coming to PC. Back to you, Frankie.
There aren't many games about being in nature, which is why Among Trees caught my eye. In this first-person survival sandbox, you get to explore a colourful, breathing world that's full to the brim with life. Just don't go wandering around like Snow White. Wild, deadly beasts share this painted world with you, and you'll want to move carefully to avoid their bitey bits. Produced by a 3-person team out of Sweden, this project demonstrates the creative power of independent creators on PC.
It was like you were trying to throw it in your ear.
It did hit my ear. If it had stuck, it would have been really impressive. Oh no, the mouse has been over here the whole time. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Stop! It's fine.
This one actually looks really pretty.
Yeah, but there's things with bitey bits though.
But life is strange.
Only in the music. It does kind of sound like Life is Strange music.
I like it.
I like that, yeah. Ooh!
I like it. I think I would actually play this one. And guess what? Animal Crossing. I'm kidding.
Among Trees.
I like it.
Aww.
What?
I don't want to get... I don't have the Epic Games Store client, and I still don't want
Now, if you're like me, you've drunk your fair share of potions in video games over the years.
Okay.
But you've probably never stopped to consider the business side of these magical
Yeah, she goes clubbing
elixirs.
every weekend, honey.
In Potionomics, you're a witch who
Jaeger
must
shots.
save her potion shop from the clutches of greedy loan sharks, bartering
damn
and
it.
haggling with a slew of demanding customers. Let's take a closer look at this unique fantasy concept.
Sorry, was it just burger time, but with potions? Is that what she said? Is it, like, yeah, it's not what she said, but is it what she described?
She's cute.
Yeah. I think it's burger time, but with potions. Not burger time. What am I thinking of? And it's a Mario Party game, I'm pretty sure. Oh. I'm not sure. This looks like a fun game too.
It does. This is oddly kind of like a weird Sims game.
I'm sucked right in right now.
I feel like I've played something like this before.
Really?
Yeah. Potionomics?
Potionomics.
I like it.
That's a good, I like it. That's one I would watch Dodger play.
Yes.
For sure.
We spend a lot of time in video games fixated on finding the best, the most powerful gear. But in our next game, Mortal Shell, things are a little different. You aren't scouring a dungeon looking for a +1 sword. You're exploring a shattered world.
I'm honestly shocked we've seen things that we've been like,
that you
we
then
might buy that.
Yeah.
Like a ghost.
I didn't think there would be.
These are the Mortal Shells, and they're much more than mere pieces of armor and stats. Each one has a complicated backstory, a playstyle, and an identity that might give you mixed feelings about the body you're occupying. Coming later this year,
Like all the
exclusively to
fucking
Epic Games
stats on
Store on
armor
PC,
and shit in Neo
let's take a
2.
look at this gorgeous and brutal action game, Mortal Shell.
I foresaw this. Scratched sigils on the walls. Counted the days until you'd come. 1,000,000 eyes peering across time and space, yearning for a glimpse of the unknown. PC gaming show. You seem different.
What? What'd he say?
I don't know.
I could. You gotta stop doing that, guys.
Fires revealed cinders and shadows. But beneath it all, no monsters.
Dark Souls.
That shot looked like a Dark Souls shot, but the rest does not. Kinda. Oh, wow! Kinda, yeah.
What if Dark Souls was Skyrim?
That's not what this is at all.
I'm kidding.
I don't see any Skyrim in that, except for the fact that there's snow sometimes. Neat.
Yeah.
You like your water?
But wait,
okay.
Hydrate.
there's more. We've gotten the chance to see some of the core gameplay of Mortal Shell, but now it's time to talk about bosses. Bosses are a classic staple of this type of
gonna be a
RPG.
big bar at the
And in our
bottom of the
second
screen?
piece of Mortal Shell footage, we'll see a boss that isn't just a one-and-done threat. Instead, it's a constant adversary throughout the campaign. The Hattern is a mysterious figure who stalks the player throughout Mortal Shell. As you grow in skill and master new weapons, so will he. The clip we're about to watch shows the player's very first duel with the elusive adversary. Let's take a look.
Oh God!
I was gonna say, it's not at the bottom.
Look at that! What is at the bottom though?
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of stamina. What the hell was that? What? That's strange. That's like a block? I get really hard and then people can't hit me.
Almost like it was charging up.
That might be what it is. Yeah, you bonk off of them when they're rocky like that. Wow, feels like a T-flat. Oh, those are some good hits. See? It doesn't look like you do any if... My brain keeps telling them to like go hit his back. You know? Okay, bye. Wow, that's really dark.
Okay.
Typically on the PC Gaming Show, we don't spend too much time talking about the Nintendo 64. But the beauty of PC gaming is that one way or another, almost all games find their way to us and are often better off for it. After giving Blade Runner and Turok the Remaster treatment, Night Dive Studios is now modernizing Shadow Man, a 1999 cult classic.
That sounds familiar.
They're adding in support for 4K and widescreen plus a whole suite of cut content from this dark action classic.
Wow.
Let's take a closer look.
Called Shadow Man?
I think he said Shadow Knight, which sounds really familiar. I mean, it's from '99, so I've probably heard of it. Look at all these logos, honey.
Yep.
Well, that's not what I was thinking. Maybe it is Shadow Man, because I don't see anything very nighty about this guy. Big bug.
Yeah.
Asshole. You know, I feel like some games, you probably shouldn't bring them up to 4K. You know what games you could up-res forever and they'd look great? The Mario 2D Marios.
Yeah.
Oh, that sprite work was so well done. I don't like the asshole doors. Shadow Man, you were right.
Okay. There it is. Remastered.
I am on a first-name basis with our next guest, as he has been here at the PC Gaming Show 6 years running. From Tripwire Interactive, the president himself, it's John Gibson. Thanks so much for joining us, John.
He
Sean,
makes
it's my
guitars.
pleasure. I'm so excited to be back with you again to talk about so much cool stuff happening at Tripwire.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of stuff, and I just want to kick off by asking, talk to me about Killing Floor 2.
So Killing Floor 2 just released the Perilous Plunder Summer Update. It's got 4 new weapons: Blunderbuss, Glock 18, Kaboom Stick, Tesla Launcher,
I'm reminded
map called Desolation, Space Pirate themed outfits.
I'm reminded of Bioshock a little bit when I see that.
Until July 7th. And right now, it's free on Steam for a week, so you can go play it.
I also have to ask about the follow-up to a game that was announced at the PC Gaming Show, Chivalry 2. Talk to me about Chivalry 2.
So we're working with Torn Banner Studios. We're publishing, Torn Banner's developing, and Chivalry 2 is coming along great. It's so fun, and we're excited to announce some big news, cross-play between the PC and the consoles, so you can hack and slash your console friends in Chivalry 2.
And last, a game that has been so popular on Twitch. Talk to me about
rude.
Maneater.
Yeah, so we were so excited to get Maneater out the door.
And then you're hacking
we've shown it to you guys originally in 2018.
No, hack and
we had all that
slash.
fun with Frankie in the shark suit, which I'm kind of missing. The game is doing
you're not
great.
hacking them.
People are loving it.
Hack and
so
slash.
much fan love,
hit
so
it
many
with sword.
fan videos.
Okay.
We're just really happy to have it out
Also,
there.
that's not
and
rude.
people
That's a
eating
crime.
Lots of humans.
It's such a funny game, too. You know, you've talked a little bit about what games, what has been announced from Tripwire Interactive. What's coming up next for Tripwire?
So I wish we could come forward and announce an all-new game, and that would be great, but I can give you a few hints. So Chivalry 2, you know, is in process. It's going to be coming out in the not-too-distant future, hopefully. Maneater, we're taking the community feedback, and we're
I still want to play Maneater.
Things that we can add to the game, so you haven't seen the last of Maneater. And Killing Floor 2,
Dude,
you know, the game
they'll
came out
add
in
a Megalodon
2015.
at some point.
Oh, yeah.
So we're really thinking about what's next for the Killing Floor
shits.
franchise. So stay tuned.
Well, if history is any indicator, John, I'm sure I'll see you at next year's PC Gaming Show with
If they
those
haven't
very
already.
updates.
It's not
Thanks so
like I
much for
played it. I
joining
wouldn't
us.
know.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Now, at this year's PC Gaming Show, we've already taken a look at some Epic Game Store exclusives. Mortal Shell in particular looks very promising. But for a sense of what else there is, let's take a look at this.
I don't want it. I saw Meat Boy. Valhalla? Was that Valhalla?
They were saying stuff about
Yeah, it's Valhalla.
Yeah.
A lot of Viking shit this year.
Yes.
Vikings in space.
Yeah.
So someone's gotta innovate, you know, and make space Vikings. Oh yeah, Pro Skater 1 and 2 are getting remade.
Okay.
Yeah, that one looks really fun. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Ooblets! I know, we're getting blocked again, honey. Yeah, I'm not getting this on PC.
No.
Every single time an Assassin's Creed comes out on PC, it's buggy as hell. Almost every single time.
Yeah.
Their PC ports are not very well done, I've heard.
Blightbound is a 3-player dungeon crawler where you and your friends explore unique dungeons, fighting a terrifying cadre of mystical and monstrous enemies, grab valuable loot, and recover fallen heroes to expand your roster of available warriors. Blightbound will battle its way onto Steam Early Access later this year as an ever-expanding game with new maps, new heroes to add to your roster, and new loot to retrieve through free updates.
Behold, Blightbound, a cooperative dungeon crawler that tasks 3 heroes to venture down from their mountain refuge to face the abominations of the Blight, a mysterious and corrupting fog that enshrouds the land.
Do you think they'll have a place called Blighttown?
Each player will choose a hero from one of 3 classes.
Seems like it.
Warrior,
Forge Titan's might!
assassin,
Let me at him.
or mage.
My greatest power awaits.
Battle a terrifying horde of monstrous enemies and colossal bosses. Each class of hero fulfills a specific role on the team to overcome mounting
My brain's
odds,
starting to get fried.
solve clever puzzles, and synchronize their
just so
ultimate
much?
abilities
It's just so
to
long.
unleash massive damage. Battle through 3 distinct lands, each with several dungeons to conquer, including the eerie Gravemark, the oppressive Underhold, and the precarious Blood Ridge. Steel your nerves and prepare once again to enter the Blight, warrior.
Say Blighttown. Say it once. Just say Blighttown. Oh, that was from Devolver.
Are you viewers at home still thinking about that computer?
No.
I know I am.
Yes. I'm not thinking about the outside of it.
Sorry. And now more.
But them innards, man. Them some
One thing we
sexy
cherish
innards.
about PC gaming is its openness. The PC is a platform where anyone can build stuff, tinker, and express themselves, and that spirit invites creators, streamers, developers, stores,
teeth are
and
super
all
white.
kinds of different voices to contribute to PC gaming's vibrancy. We've already featured a lot of exciting independent games here today, but in rapid fire succession, here are 8 more indie projects that we're excited
Yay, rapid fire.
about. Shadows of Doubt is a detective stealth game set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city.
It's a wedding simulator.
Minecraft?
How?
I don't know.
Because stuff's kind of blood. It reminds me of Anatomy, actually. Oh, that was a lot to look at. Oh, it's Harry Mason. I really like how it looks.
In the Forgotten City, you fall into an ancient Roman utopia only to find it full of people, mysteries, and difficult moral choices. Explore an open world locked in time.
Each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up.
This is a Pompeii thing?
Somebody is about to end our lives. Your job is to figure out who and stop them.
It's Clue.
Kinda, not really.
No, I know.
If you fail.
Find your own truth.
A lot of
in
Greek
Paradise
stuff recently,
Lost,
too.
A first-person open-world murder mystery. Play as investigation freak Lady Love Dies as they explore the world, uncover the facts, and breathe life back into paradise.
There's been a murder. Last night, Paradise was killed. I'm investigation freak Lady Love Dies, reporting for duty.
Uh-oh.
It's my job to scour the streets of Paradise and hunt for evidence. Any one of these psychopaths could have done it. Breathing life back into Paradise.
This is more like Clue.
Yeah.
Love Dies. All that remains are the facts. Paradise Killer, coming soon.
Haven is an RPG about the journey of 2 lovers escaped to a lost planet to stay together.
They got there through the secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
I don't know what song, honey.
More wrestling.
Last Airbender, honey.
Oh, okay.
Good thing we don't have to scrub.
At worst, I kill them.
Whoa, you.
Oh, come on. Dodge this one. Got it. You rock. You like that?
That's gotta hurt.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Murder couple.
Cartel Tycoon is a narrative-driven drug empire simulator.
Oh, hell yeah!
Of fictional drug lords in a world where death and violence are inevitable.
Fuck! Fuck yeah! I'm gonna name my name character Nacho. You're not doing your job right if you got that many cops on you. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it.
Trash Sailors is a survival co-op adventure game set in a dangerous, ruined world full of junk where you and friends must survive the Great Flood.
Flapjack?
Yeah, it looks a lot like it, doesn't it? I like the old cartoon style of using a bunch of plates to make the ocean.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Vin was right. We're going into the era of there's just so much happening on screen.
Yeah.
Chris Tales is an indie love letter to classic RPGs that lets you experience past, present, and future simultaneously.
Okay. A little bit pretty.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I don't either.
It must still be a bit of a ways off if, because all they were showing was cutscene stuff. No, it's coming in November. I don't know what the actual game would look like though.
Set in a vibrant fantasy world created in collaboration with RPG veteran Chris Avallone, Alaloth offers fast-paced action with a deep narrative,
sounds like a
bringing
god from the
ARPG
Lovecraft
dynamics
series.
to a new level
Yeah.
with a skill-based gameplay inspired by great classics and modern masterpieces.
Man, I think I must just be getting a bit older because I can't process a lot of this shit. As I see it happen, I try so hard to see what's happening, and then it's gone. Come on! I saw a Viking card.
Weird West is a curious project from the co-creators of two of our favorite games, Dishonored and Prey. Despite its top-down perspective, Weird West carries forth much of the same spirit of those first-person games laid out in a dark reimagining of the Wild West, filled with fantastical creatures. From Wolf-Eye Studios and Devolver, let's take a look at Weird West.
The West, the land of opportunity.
Here's New Vegas too.
Be a hero, scoundrel, and anything in between. This ain't quite the Wild West as you know it. There are ancient powers at war with each other. Strange entities lurking in the dead of night with their own rules and their own peculiar motives. Welcome to the Weird West.
Dude, visually that looked cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Coming out here could be the best thing that ever happened to you. If you can survive, that is.
Her vocal fry is crazy.
Joining me to talk about Weird West is the president and creative director at Wolf-Eye Studios. It's Raf Colantonio. How's it going, Raf?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome and eager to talk about this game. And I want to start with something very straightforward. What is Weird West?
Weird West is
well, let me tell you.
that is set in an environment that is called the Weird West. And it's very much of the kind of games that I've been working on in the past, except that the perspective is more like a isometric top-down kind of view.
Yeah, I mean, we've referenced Prey and Dishonored, and we normally think of the immersive sim as first-person games like that. What happens when you try to translate that to that top-down isometric perspective?
There's not much different in the spirit. You will really find yourself at home. It's just that it's a different perspective. So instead of seeing through the eyes of the player, of the character, you have a chance to run a party of people. So you have followers, and you have more kind of like a strategy kind of view. But the exploration and everything is, is still the same kind of spirit, but with a different perspective.
And in particular for people that maybe haven't played immersive sims, I know that the whole notion of creative problem solving is a big aspect. Multiple ways to get past the same obstacle. Can you give some examples of that in Weird West?
Somebody did a first-person mod of Sekiro.
We set up an environment for you.
They modded it so that the camera was always in parallel space, so
there
you were
are
in first
characters, there are objects,
wow.
and
it's
all
crazy hard to look at.
I can imagine.
Rules.
Well, not to look at, but like
which is, for example,
no, I mean,
to play.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh boy.
And frame a character by
probably looks super fucking
putting
cool though.
a letter that he did not actually truly write, but you put it there so that the sheriff can find it, right? You could do it in a very stealthy
it's not just tea, right?
way.
It's got ginseng and honey.
What you would imagine
Yeah, I know.
And sugar.
So probably use a power.
Have you tried those?
And put
I've tried
people to
one.
sleep,
Okay.
and then get inside.
You've talked about the different things that you can do as a player in the game, but who are you? What can the player do to shape who the character is over the course of the game?
The Beast of the
Right.
East.
So this is a very good question, and also a very dangerous one for me.
It's the riskiest question yet, man.
To make it simple, you are going to play 5 different characters. Once the main quest is over with the first character, you go to the next one. Now, the first one is still in the world, so you can go back and recruit him or her in your party.
What does death mean for you and for your companions in Weird West?
It's a risk that we're taking. We're gonna have different modes. There's the super hard mode where you die and you're dead.
Is the game sort of designed to be like playing in one forward timeline? If someone dies, you're not supposed to reload.
You
You're
die
supposed to continue
and
to play within the same world?
You're dead.
Yeah, you continue to play with the
We
same
send
world.
someone to your
Now, the
house
sad
and they
thing
kill
is
you,
that
man.
That doesn't apply
It's
to
crazy.
your followers. Yeah, the characters that are with you, but maybe they'll come back at you someday under the form of an undead, or you don't know what's gonna happen. You can revive your followers if you're there and if you have the right tools with you. But if you don't, and
you're not playing the mode where
that's
we
it.
send an assassin to your
Followers are
house.
now in a little graveyard somewhere.
You make it sound cute. A precious little graveyard. Well, they will maybe come back as the undead.
Yeah.
Now, Raph, when can people get their hands on Weird West?
So the game ships in 2021, but some of you are gonna have a chance to play a demo actually pretty soon in the incoming months. You can follow Wolfeye Studios on Twitter, and as well as Devolver Digital on Twitter as well, for more information about that.
I really like this.
Well, wonderful, Raph. Thank you so much
nice.
for coming out. Once again, that is Devolver Digital, Wolfeye Studios on Twitter for that upcoming demo. For our next game, believe it or not, yet again, we're gonna go to Frankie.
Sean, I don't know about you, but there are times I wish for a simpler life.
You hear cartoon
a life
music.
spent as a farmer in a humble JRPG village.
You seem
where
so
all I
upset
have to
every
worry
time
about is
something's a
which
little bit
vegetables to
weird.
plant, what to name my
You're like,
chickens, and which of the dumb and
I
townsfolk
was just
should
hurting.
propose marriage
Oh,
to.
hon.
Our next game is a return to that simpler life. From XC Games, this is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town.
Yeah. I never even started Stardew Valley, so. Oh, holy shit, it's Harvest Moon, isn't it? Except not.
I forgot. I think they already said what it was called.
Yeah, Seasons of something. Stories of Season or whatever.
Okay. I'd play it.
You should still try out Harvest Moon or Stardew. We have Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
So. It's Harvest Moon. I'm pretty sure this is Harvest Moon. I like the doggy.
Yes.
Marvelous.
2 days after my birthday.
I'm so happy that you've been sending in your reactions, your memes, your takes of various temperatures throughout the show. Through the wonderful magic of motion graphics, you can even read them before your very eyes right now. I'm delighted by so many of them. Furious at a few, but I'm confused by none because you're just making a lot of sense today. We're in the home
I'm not even listening to it. I'm just looking at those.
Continue to let us know which PC games you're excited about by using hashtag.
They say this is a live
PC
reaction, but I can almost guarantee you.
When it comes to genres, there are few as ambitious on PC as the MMO. It requires a vast amount of resources to create a rich, living, breathing world to entertain hundreds of thousands of players for years. And I know this because I watched Season 1 of Mythic Quest. Due on closed beta on July 23rd, Amazon Games' New World aims to deliver that vast open world with pitched battles of 100 players. I'm excited to announce today that if you pre-order New World right now, you can get into that July 23rd beta.
This is not a good thing. We're like, oh, it's almost over.
This is New World.
I mean, it's not their fault.
No.
People who watch the PC Game Show are getting what they want. This is what you go to the PC Game Show for. Okay, maybe not the long interviews with the robot. But other than that,
yeah,
actual developer interviews, that's good. I'm a little shocked by that. An interview with a developer instead of the developer setting up a thing to say to you.
That's kind of cool.
I like Birdface. It's great that you're a doctor and all, but what's with the beak? It helps with the medicine. How?
I don't know.
It's a really old joke with me and Caleb when we made that joke at school while he was playing Assassin's Creed 2. And we were talking about the doctors.
Okay.
It's cool that you chose to heal and help the world and all that, but I just don't. What's with the meat? What's with the beak? It helps with the medicine. How? Was it Andros from Star Fox?
I don't know why, but when I look at the axe, it makes me think of the...
Here on the PC Gaming Show, we're big fans of Life is Strange.
That's never going away.
The award-winning adventure
that is burned
series from
into
developer
gamer brains now.
Having undergone some big changes since its first reveal in 2018, Twin Mirror, the studio's next game, is a psychological thriller that follows investigative journalist Sam, who returns to his hometown in West Virginia.
I don't want to be thrilled, I want to be horrored.
Available to wishlist now on the Epic Game Store.
Horror
Let's
me.
watch.
Hey, don't nod. They made Life is Strange. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, I think they made it and Square Enix published it.
Okay. More music.
Basswood is many things. Peaceful tops that list.
Just mute out the whole talking.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. Just
it's so dark.
To make sure you don't do anything stupid.
I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. You might be right. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Rory?
What, did you think you saw Arthur Darvill?
One of the guys looked like
You may have seen Metal Hellsinger announced earlier this week, and today we get the opportunity to take a closer look at this unique game that the studio bills as a rhythm FPS. Published by Funcom, you have to battle through 8 hells, blasting demons to a heavy metal soundtrack. And to talk about one of the most epic encounters in the game is the creative director at The Outsiders, David Goldfarb. Take it away, David.
Thanks.
Take it away,
let me say
David.
It's a pleasure to be here. And I think right now everybody needs some games to give us a break from the reality that we're currently inhabiting. So
come on, man.
That's why we're here now.
Come on, man. Why you gotta do that?
So what you're about to see here is an exclusive peek of some pre-alpha gameplay of our upcoming game, Metal Hellsinger. I hope you like it.
Thanks. Is that a health bar? I think it is.
Yeah.
It's oddly close to the middle of the screen.
It's like Rock Band, but as like Shitty Bang Bang.
It's a rhythm. It's like Sekiro with guns. Topical. All right then. That was it. That was good.
Okay. It was just like, but I was gonna slice.
Yay!
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hello everybody, Felicia Day here, and I play the Magician in the Dungeons of Nahelbeck, the Amulet of Chaos.
She seems
the Amulet
familiar.
of Chaos
Felicia
is
Day,
a fun
Felicia
and
Day.
silly tactical RPG that's coming to PC later this summer. It features a group of adventurers searching a dungeon for treasure. Each one of the characters has their own skill sets, or lack thereof, fighting styles, and inventory. Each one is kind of a failure, but together, they're too dumb to fail. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. It has lots of in-jokes for tabletop games, and for some reason it features a lot of chickens. Anyway,
oh man, unfortunately this will not vibe for me, because I never got into tabletop. You gotta start training for that shit at like the age of 3.
You again? I'd expected your asses to be turned into lampshades by now.
You roach! I'm pissed!
Ha! Pleased to meet you, pissed!
I'm pissed!
What a burn! We'll smash your rotten brains out of your skull!
How about we try diplomacy, maybe?
No. Attack!
Guards, guards! Dispatch these smelly bushwhackers! Zivat relic hizmat!
What language is that? Oh, it's one of these. Wow, look at that up top.
Yeah.
That's a lot to look at.
It is.
I'm not entirely certain what's that. I think I saw Shrek.
I was gonna make a joke of that earlier, but I didn't.
Who says you need water to go sailing? Our next game, Red Sails, puts you on a boat in the middle of a sea of desert. In this intriguing narrative adventure, you rescue stranded people while looking for the rest of your clan. Let's take a look at Red Sails.
It's a good title.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, Red Sails. I like boat on sand.
Yes.
That's really cool. Oh, it ain't sand you can walk on though. I see why there has to be a boat. Wow, that's really pretty.
Yes. That'd be fun to navigate through.
You say that, but then you start bumping them and you get frustrated.
Alright.
It's gonna have a cool logo too. Wow, no.
So DevBot, do you have any access to some medical programs in case I, bump my foot against some of these cold, unforgiving walls?
Query received, Sean. In order to familiarize you with basic life-saving procedures, I have established contact with game developer Bossa Studios, the creators of Surgeon Simulator 2.
Simulator.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't really planning on doing any surgery. I feel like if I was injured, you'd be the one doing the surgery.
My analysis shows that Surgeon Simulator 2 contains all of the vital instructions for repairing fragile human bodies.
I can barely get a word from him.
Surgeon Simulator 2 is equivalent to 1 year of human medical school.
That's not true, but I appreciate your enthusiasm and thirst for knowledge, DevBot. And I'm certainly interested in this game. So let's take a look at Surgeon Simulator 2.
This one I actually want to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I never played the original, but I watched a lot of it.
I know what you mean.
That looks like Matt from Super Mega. Oh wow.
Okay.
What? Why? What was all that all about? What's the point of this?
Why?
Ooh. Joining us to talk about Surgeon Simulator 2, we got
That's gonna
Mark
be
on the line. Mark, thanks so much for joining us.
Some fascinating Game Grumps episodes.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So, for anyone who has not experienced the hilarity of Surgeon Simulator 1, can you just give us the gist and tell us, what is Surgeon Simulator 2 all about?
We've kind of taken the tone and the heart of the original, which is that chaotic physics gameplay, and we've really kind of blown it out to brand new epic proportions. So in the original game, you're just one arm kind of moving around on one table. In the new game, you're actually a fully limbed surgeon moving around for the first time in the series on 2 feet. In the original game as well, yeah, right. What an innovative feature in 2020. In the original game as well, you were limited to just surgery, whereas in Surgeon Simulator 2, there's a whole plethora of brand new mechanics, challenges, and gameplay elements to explore. You're not just looking over one patient's chest cavity anymore, but you're actually exploring a fully fledged medical facility.
Fill up the coffee pot.
Can you maybe tease a little bit of some of the other, perhaps, medical operations that I get to perform in Surgeon Simulator 2?
Vasectomy.
Yeah, so there is 12 operations in the game, and you will have seen a few of those in the trailer just now. Think of that facility as like a little bit like the original Surgeon Simulator, with a bit of kind of a mad scientist lab thrown in there through this kind of lens of like a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory vibe. Like, you're never really sure what's going to be around the next corner and what new twist or
I like to imagine if you have a box of hearts
next.
and you just
so players are going to come
there,
across
you're pretty much
everything
set.
from like surgical vending machines, over-engineered operating theaters,
yeah, one of them will connect.
patient dispensers. My personal favorite, which is actually an improvised cannon where you can actually fire limbs or organs and things across to your fellow surgeons on the other side of the room to keep operating on Bob.
Now, Mark, I understand that there is a creation tool in Surgeon Simulator 2. What does that entail?
Yeah, why? That's right. So, in keeping with the variety and the surprise that we talked about before, in Surgeon Simulator 2, we're proud to announce that we are bringing the Bossa Labs creation mode to the game. Now, in creation mode, you as a solo player or in a group of up to 4 players can get stuck into the very same tools that we as designers and developers use to build our very own story mode. It's an easy to use, intuitive, friendly set of tools where it's much fun to create
though, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, so PS4 is going into rest mode. I was going to play Neo after this.
Of the types of levels, the types of creations that people have made.
That's a great question. So we've been live for the last few months already. The wealth and the variety of content made by players so far has been really incredible to see.
So there's been
everything.
They all got AirPods. Every single one of them.
Surgery, like the
in all of their ears.
We've also got ghost chips in there. We've
Absolutely.
got
Currently, yes, but no.
Yeah, look, there's 4 AirPods on screen. Look at his face.
Bouncing around Bob's head and using that as a ball. And then we've got my personal favorite, which is the kind of the take on the bottle flip challenge. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, where you can kind of flip a bottle
obviously,
and kind of,
you always have hand equipped, and that's why they look like that. But I'm worried
and see the physics chaos
if there's a button that
it's
can
a
make you
lot of fun.
reach.
It's very satisfying to see play out.
Mark, I had a blast.
Edgelords are gonna get into servers with each other and just walk around like that.
And how do they get access to this creation workshop you've mentioned?
Surgeon Simulator 2 is coming to the Epic Games Store in August 2020.
It's not exactly the image we wanted for our game, but
you can also go to Surgeon
glad you're having fun.
For more information and follow us at Surgeon Sim on Twitter.
That's for getting out the heart.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's Mark Pick. I'm Sean Plott. Let's go to Frankie Ward.
Okay.
Sean, you'll remember our next developer from their appearance in the PC Gaming Show way back in 2015. Hello Games are a small UK indie studio, perhaps better known for building the infinite, procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky. But their next big release is an altogether more intimate, handcrafted affair. The Last Campfire is an adventure game, a story of a lost ember trapped in a puzzling place, searching for meaning and a way home. Let's check it out.
Cameron always defends No Man's Sky every time he comes over. He's like, no, it's good. I'm like, I don't care that it's good, man. It's really pretty music.
It is.
Jeez.
As satellites go by.
Oh.
That's such a nice title.
It is.
Escape from Tarkov has become one of the breakout successes of 2020, becoming a smash hit on Twitch as players fell in love with its extra gritty take on first-person shooters. But as anyone who works on the internet will tell you, the people always want more. And more we've got for you today, because in a moment I'm going to be speaking to one of the game's developers about what's coming next, and that includes a spicy new map. Hey DevBot,
spicy.
Why don't you show them what we got?
Boy.
Wow, this is like the first hyper-realistic looking shooter we've seen so far.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of wacky stuff, but I've been a little... I kind of miss this, actually, because it just gives my brain a break. Why even scope out indoors? I know you can just like not look down it, but this feels more like handgun territory, or maybe just an automatic rifle. Something about a... Is this horror?
Maybe.
The way the music got quiet and looked down a dark hallway. Ow.
What?
The dog!
There's a dog?
Oh god. Right there.
Oh. Okay.
It's funny because that's like something people would actually have on their walls now. Dude didn't fire a single shot.
Escape from what?
Here with me to talk about what's coming next is Nikita Buyanov from Battlestate Games. Thanks so much for joining us today, Nikita.
Thank you for having me.
I would love if you would kick off by, just for anyone who hasn't played or seen Escape from Tarkov, how does a session of Escape from Tarkov work? What makes it different from, say, a class-based shooter or a battle royale?
It's more about like true survival. You need to actually escape from a location through extract points, and you need to actually save your life and save your gear and your loot. And if you die, you will lose everything.
So how does the new map compare to the existing map set in Tarkov?
It will be the biggest and the most detailed location ever. It will be a lot of explorable buildings, undergrounds. It's like an attempt to simulate the city, the realistic modern city.
So basically just get out of area. Coming up in this upcoming patch 12.7.
12.7 is more like a technical patch. It will include the big addition called the expansion of customs location. Customs is the pretty iconic location for the EFT. It will like enlarge the overall area by 30.
Look at that in the bottom right. Let's go!
The next updates will totally like overhaul the whole skill system. And there will be new boss called Senator. This boss will able to heal his partners.
I'm sorry, did he say a boss called a centaur?
Stashes, so
I heard Senator.
Oh, okay.
Bring something new in terms
of
really big amount of cool features out to come this year. We'll try to bring some new experience for you.
Escape from Tarkov has been playable for a long time. For anyone who's listening who hasn't yet played it, where should they go?
Yeah, it doesn't look like my computer can run
that. They should go to our site, www.escapefromtarkov.com.
My computer still has trouble with Fallout.
See for yourself. You could purchase it over there.
And part of that is Fallout's fault, but still.
Escapefromtarkov.com to check it out. And Nikita, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
For our next title at the PC Gaming Show, it's time to head on over to the inimitable Frankie Ward.
Over the last decade, developer Red Barrels
I
has
love her
given us
background.
some of the most messed up
I always look
horror
at it
games
when it comes
ever
up.
created. The next game in the Outlast series offers more mind-numbing terror.
What?
But this time, with friends. Outlast Trials is set during the Cold War, and in this happy period of distrust, fear, and violence, you and your friends are human guinea pigs involuntarily recruited to test advanced methods of brainwashing and mind control.
How did I not hear about this?
Good times. But work together, and maybe you'll survive the Outlast Trials.
How did I not hear about a new Outlast?
I don't know, honey. More music.
Yeah, this feels like Outlast. We got crucified in the last one. They literally nailed us to a fucking cross.
Oh boy. Okay.
Night vision device fully operational, sir.
Interesting.
Bring in the other subjects.
I don't know why they won't let us just have the fucking camera, but sure, whatever. So you can get that animation of the hands. Yeah, that's Outlast.
Okay then. 2021.
And with that, the 2020 PC Gaming Show is now complete. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you got the chance to see some games that excited and delighted you. Also, as you might imagine, it is really challenging to put on a show. I got a lot more out of that than I thought I would. Gaming conventions. So an enormous thanks to our sponsors for helping to make this show possible. This year, the sponsors are mythical. Perfect World, Funcom, Frontier Developments, XC Games, Atlas, Intel, All In Games. The opportunity to put on a show for the greatest platform, PC gaming. Now, before I say goodbye, I want to give a warm thanks and a chance for my co-host to say goodbye. Thanks again, DevBot.
I am glad to have been of service, Sean. I'm going to shut down into sleep mode to conserve power until next year. Frankie, what is your goodbye message?
Thank you so much to all of our devs for your incredible games, and of course a massive thanks to our sponsors for making this all happen. And finally, big thanks to you guys at home for watching. I'm actually off with my little evil sidekick now to take over the world, and I really, really do look forward to being your evil Emperor Overlord. Until next year.
Kind of
thank
okay
you so
with
much.
that.
All right, that's it. Coming up next is the Future Games Show over at twitch.tv/GamesRadar, where you'll see more exclusive reveals, deep dives on the future of gaming, and developer interviews. With that, I'm Sean Day9 Plot, and this has been the PC Gaming Show. Stay healthy, stay safe, and take care.
I think we did it.
Okay. What one are you excited for?
Dude, Outlast.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though they keep talking about Friends, and I'm like, ooh, online Outlast. But
I think Friends is like co-op.
Maybe that's what yeah.
Multiplayer.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
I'm just hoping it can be single player, maybe. I don't like the idea that you don't have the camera anymore and that it's been wired into you. But whatever, small detail.
Yeah. Anything else?
I don't know. Among Trees look nice.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy Valhalla when it comes out.
Right. Carto. I liked Carto.
Oh yeah, Cartel Tycoon.
No. Carto.
Oh.
You like the Cartel one.
Carto?
Yeah.
Oh, that card thing. The cartography thing.
Yeah.
With the squares on the map. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well.
Okay.
We're done.
Yay.
Unless there's gonna be a Nintendo one at some point, then we'll do that one.
Yeah.
That would be more fun, probably.
Yes, maybe.
Because we get to just make fun of Anime the Game for an hour. Bye.